Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam, Shloka number 15. Shri Bhagavanu Vacham Adhyo Bhijanavanasmi Konyosti Sadrusho Maya Yakshe Dasyami Modishya Ityajnana Vimohitaha. The topic in this chapter is about the good people and the bad people. The words given to the good people are Daivat Sampat people, and bad people are called given the Rakshasi Asuri Sampat people. Last class I mentioned that when Lord mentioning here the Asuri Rakshasa, we should not just imagine, think of the only some Puranic story or anything like that, but we should think about the natural. Now the people also in the world, many are like that, with the divine qualities and the demonic qualities. Now, just to say in 3 words what Lord has spoken so far, and until the end of this chapter, Bhagavan is going to talk more about the bad people, because bad people are more in the world. I don't know. Bhagavan giving importance and talking so many slokas, but for the good people, about the good people, only 3 slokas. And in these slokas, the words seems to be repeated by the Lord again and again, but with a different idea behind it. So in 3 sentences, if you want to say, who are all the bad people? One is who wants or who behaves only according to his whims and fancies. That means he chooses only the priyam. That is called his own, my own likes and dislikes. What Shastra said, what Lord says, what Elder says, I don't care for all that. So my whims and fancies, so I will do that only. That is called, I look at only my priyam, my liking. But unfortunately, that person doesn't know that what is hitam to him. What really useful to him, he doesn't know. Such kind of people are called bad people. Now today I am using the word more good and bad instead of Daiva or Asuri Rakshasana. Immediately we'll think of the Swargam and Devatas and the Rakshasas. No, they were here now. Not here, they are in me also maybe. Because every one of us are endowed with the both this and that. But we have to recognize and find out and weed out them. Because three gunas are combination that we know, but still, how I can keep myself more sattvic? So our efforts are that. Unless otherwise we become sattvic, good people, uh, Shastra's input cannot be grasped. Whatever Shastras are telling, Gnanam, that all cannot be grasped. So one point is, I think about my only Priyam, not the Hitam. According to Mundakopanishad, these two words are termed as the not Mundakam in Kathopanishad, Shreyas and Preyas. Preyas is bad. It is Priyam only, but Shreyas is Hitam. Then, secondly, we can call these bad people who hurt others, even they don't mind to destroy others in any way by their word, action, and thought. And thirdly, who consider his body itself is the truth, considering the body as the Atma. If at all we use the Atma word, where is Atma? I am not seeing Atma anywhere. I am seeing only body. So considering the body as the truth, Atma, they are called bad people. Many more we can say like this, but just I told you to understand 3 points. Now, what Lord said in the 15th shloka, I just remind you. These bad people think and imagine in this way. I am very rich, and then I born in a good pedigree family. My grandparents are like this. We belong to that village. We are jamindar. There is something background. And who is there like me? Nobody is not equal to me. There is nobody having the prosperity which I have, the pedigree which I have. Nobody is there. And I make to perform so many religious things also. Now, mostly here, Bhagavan, what he is telling is typically we see in the world now, or to say, in the name of the religion, in the name of the God, in the name of devotion, how people are cheating themselves and cheating others. We need not only think of, that is one category, what? The gundas, rowdies. But all, they may not look like that, a gunda or rowdy. Everybody is not a terrorist or everybody is not a dacoit. But one way or other way also these people who are, that's why Bhagavan using all these words, ahankara, dambha, darpa, kama, krodha, again those words are coming. These are there in all levels of people here, in a disguise, unknowingly. Particularly if you see here, yakshe, I will get more credit and the name because of my religious performances. I will beat others. Beat means not this beating. I will overcome others. Everybody should say, you are the best. So you have done a Soma Yagam, so you are called Somayaji. It's a one credit. It is a one more feather added to my cap. Then I have done a lot of charity. I will keep on do that charity. The people who gives the big amounts or things for the charity, many of them, for the sake of propaganda, for the sake of name and fame also they give. Publicity sake they will give. And in that their ahankara is more evident. Very few silently do the charity. That too in the big level people who do. I told last class, they expect tax exemption mainly for it. So for that sake they have to give somewhere charity like that. So here I feed, I will do this, that and all that. Therefore in this way, from all the angles, I am feeling superior, enjoying. In this way, the people who are get deluded because of their ignorance, ajnana vimohitaha, finally Lord given the title. Now in the 16th shloka, these people, what are their still more characteristics, nature? अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च. These people are, their minds are deluded in so many ways. Aneka, innumerable kinds of delusions they have, not one or two. Yesterday in Panchadasi, we are seeing that example. To clean this mind and to purify this mind, how patiently you have to work. Because the example given, more than the ocean size, this mind has got a vasanas and the dirt. Naturally, you have to do it, clean it patiently. So, aneka, that's why Bhagavan used aneka. I don't know how much. Aneka. Innumerable. Chitta vibhrantaha, their mind caught up, got deluded with innumerable wrong notions about their body, about their religion, about their devotion, about the world, about the God, about the everything. That's why aneka chitta vibhrantaha. Not one or two. Therefore, what we can call them? They were caught up in the snare of the moha. Net, snare means net, jalam. Therefore, they were caught up in their mind is holded, arrested by this net of moha. Moha itself is a delusion, that when it takes its own shapes, it is called bhranti. Both are one and the same. Bhranti also is a delusion. Or moha is avaranam, bhranti is the vikshepam. We can jalam, net, moha jalam. So that's why we are in the World Wide Web. Web means net only. That's why net connection. You have net connection. What is net? Where you enter and get caught up in it. Because it connects to the entire this earth. wherever people are living, who are all having this net connection, everybody knows about everybody. You can talk to anybody. That's why unknown many charts will be there. Unknown many women call for chart. Unknown many men call for chart. So everything is available. Wherever in any country, if you want to simply for fun, for entertainment, then for fall, have freedom, interconnected globally. So before invention of this cell phone or the internet and all that, we are much peaceful comparatively. Now because of we think that we are advanced, we are able to know that see, one accident, one problem in our district, in our state, listening okay. Now I can listen the whole world problems. Naturally, aneka chitta vibhrantaha. But we don't know that, we consider it as a advancement. Spiritually, it is a downfall. But generally, no one will accept it. From the Vyasapita spiritual platform, only we acharyas can say. That is how the materialistic world. But what to do? We are also using that net media and everything. But by knowing that it is like that, you just see that use where it is, if at all useful for a good thing, and it is not contaminating your mind, that much you can do. Do we have that freedom? Very rare, very few people will have. Therefore, World Wide Web. So naturally, because of that, what happens? All the time, kama bhogeshu prasaktaha. One way or other, clothing, food, entertainment. Yes. All the time. In between, just for namesake, little bit arati and God. But that God also to God our desires. To take, he should supply, he should protect. As though you appointed him as the security guard. Otherwise, Christmas holidays, where you are going, where you are gone, because Christmas gone. People want to go here and there. It's okay. Once in a while outing is required, outlet is required. That's good. In this way, how long, up to what age, how, why, and what you will talk, what you see, what you discuss. If men are talking together, the middle-aged men, they will talk about only the cinemas, fashions, and the ladies or all that. If the young ladies they join, they will only talk about the other lady, other things, these fashions, this saree, this jewel, where, when, how, what. Or if they are already have a children, they will talk the problem of their children and what about my child, your child. This is the only talk. what you are going to do for the festival coming week? You are doing any special? What you purchased? In this way, if old people gathers, gents, they will talk only about the politics and the these unwanted chattering, clubs, members, this that. Naturally, old ladies also have got so much, even though they won't go out club or like anything, but they have their own topics. Each one has got their own topics. All ultimately about the world, kama bhogeshu. How can I increase my luxuries? How I am enjoying? Still, how can I make it matter more and more, my life more luxurious, more comfortable? To be comfortable is different. To anticipate for luxury is different. So in this way, prasaktaha, and the topic is this only. Yes. If in between somewhere here and there, the medical problems, because after you indulge throughout the many years and days and like that, some problems will come. Then about that health and he becomes sick and she is like that, he is like that, we have to admit in the hospital, that also. But that is just, they will go through it and finish off it. But they never think that any time it may come to anybody. Life is short and the subject is so vast. What subject? Atma Gnana. You remembered Vivekananda Swami told in one lecture, when he returned from the foreign trip, landed in our Tuticorin. He traveled through the ship, no? That Raja received him like that there. Then first he went to the Trivandrum side or there. Somebody invited. He started giving a public lecture there. Some are gathered. And he started in English only. The first sentence, the time is very short and the subject is so vast. And in the front row, one young boy, young student like who sat. After that word, he got up and went off. He got the message in that. Later on, that boy, that student, became a great Mahatma, very popularly known in the Kerala. But how that is already preparation, that the mind is ready. Now just got a one no racket, the burst, no, the racket should take off. First phase, second phase to enter into the orbit, then third burst. Then it will go beyond the gravitation force. It moves in its orbit like that. But it won't happen for everybody. For us also, one kind of that push has given. Satsanga is provided. Shastra is provided. But after that also, our speed is very, very slow. Very, very slow. Then, so life goes waste. So we are talking about the World Wide Web. I used to give another meaning for it now. This Kama Bhogeshu, and that can be anything. Women, wine and wealth. That is the meaning of WWW. In that everything is included. Kama bhogesh prasak. Then what is their lot? Patanti narake ashuchau. They will fall in the very terrible hells. They have to go. Ashuchau, where you won't have light. Okay? Patanti narake ashuchau. Naraka, Puranas describes a lot. In Bhagavata Mahapuranam, we saw 28 types of narakas. I very elaboratedly explained there, whatever is told there. I told then, still, if you want more information about it, read the Garuda Purana. Many more hells are also described. Ashucho. So, for example, Raurava, Maharaurava, Kumbhipaka, Shulaprotam, Lala Bhakshanam, and in all of that, Shankara mentions here one Patanti Narake, Vaitaranyadau, Vaitarani, etc., type of narakas. The speciality of the Vaitarani Nadi is where, while you travel, not with this body, the subtle body Jiva, while traveling to the Naraka, you have to swim and cross the river which is filled with the blood, pus and fecal matter. Even all that goes into your nose or mouth, or you won't die. That is the thing. Even Kumbhipakam, you remember, you understood any of those words? They will put you in a big oil pan which is burning with the 1000 degrees centigrade. But the unfortunate or fortunate thing, you won't die, but you will go through that suffering. I will tell you simple meaning of Narakam. Suffering without dying. That is what you see here. But we won't remember. That's the thing. Even in our home, somebody is suffering. Also, we won't remember. We will just give whatever they want, and we are put a nurse and everything, and then we'll come and sit in front of the TV. Then what you want me to do, sir? Shall I sit with them and mourn or cry? No, we didn't say that. But do you remember that? And are you doing the service with pure heart and as a you're serving to the God, like, or anytime you are getting any kind of hesitation and you are cursing and grumbling and doing, and you forget immediately and you are running behind the worldly attractions? Are you vigilant about it then? Now, that kind of stage will come to anybody at any time. It is not the question of the age only. You may have seen, I also saw so many. One lady, bedridden, now more than 25 years. At the bedridden at the age of the 40, 45, cannot walk. Going on. Something happened 45 age and now it's 70. Bedridden only. Very, with great difficulty, they have to put in a chair and most of the time many things on the bed only. But only for some occasions they will make to sit and move. In that condition only children's marriages are happened. Which I saw one example. Many old people in your houses were here. The thing is, they won't die but suffering. If something such kind things, if old age comes and suddenly one day gone, or not much suffering, that is called narakam. That's it. That's all. But here itself, all those things we are seeing. All those things, Purana, Narakas, which are explained, we are able to see here. Only thing we have to just watch carefully. Our big multi-specialty hospitals are all Narakams only, no? The casualties, emergencies, orthopedic, accident wards, burning ward. Big hospitals, governor, there is a different ward. All burning cases will be there. All accidents will be there. All criminal things are all in another. Okay, don't afraid of. But this is how the world is. So learn a lesson about it. Otherwise, they will fall in the much more troubling kind of janmas. That is the meaning. If you are not used this human birth properly and still behaving in this way like that, okay, some extent I have done punyam, you will feel that you have done punyam, okay, definitely maybe you have confidence that I will be born as a human being again. Okay, even if you born as a human being, you may not get the chance of going in a spiritual or right path, because there again you may born in the again luxurious family, rich family, or the family those who doesn't have any kind of tradition, or those who are living like animals, you may born there. So what is the use? You cannot uplift yourself. That's why every human being is not capable of uplifting himself, even they are in the human body form. Okay, let us continue further. Next, 17th shloka. Atma sambhavita dhanamanamadhanvitaah yajante nama yagnaihi dambhena vidhipurvakam. Now, typically this shloka talks about in the name of which I started, in the name of the God, in the name of devotion, in the name of religion, the people just they will do dambhena. That dambha word, dharma dhvajitvam, only boasting for the sake of show off, name and fame. Nothing is followed as the vidhi purvakam. Avidhi purvakam they will do. Now let me tell you another meaning also I'll complete. And one is he himself praises himself. Atma sambhavitaha. That means self-praising and headstrong or show off. All this called Atma sambhavitaha. Sambhavana means, if any elders and brahmanas comes, will give sambhavana. Put a shawl and dakshina and all that. They have done a sambhavana. After finishing of the Kadha Kalakshepam, on the 7th day, for that Adhika Harikadakarar, okay, I am going to Tamil, they put a sambhavana. They will give. Now here, Atma sambhavitaha means I myself. Okay. And not others, I praise myself. I will see that others somehow make them to praise me. I will behave in such a way. I will do such kind of tricks. But really, Shankara writes, na sadhubhi, the real good people, elderly people, Mahatmas, great people, Not because they told that you are really good or that person is really good. No. Why others has to say, I myself then that. You know how much I am doing? You know how much I am taking care of? Like that, I have done a lot. So I myself pose that I have done a lot, I do lot always. So Atma Sambhavitaha, they think that Sarva Guna Hita, Sarva Guna Vishishtataya, Atmana Eva. I am having all great qualities. Who said? I myself saying. Then Atma, then Stabdhaha. Stabdhaha, they were like a rock. They were like a pillar. Why it is called like that? Whether they are dead or what? No, no, they are not dead. They are like dead. Dead body cannot get up. Dead body cannot bend. These people, elders has come, I should get up. No. And the elders are there, so somebody, let me do namaskara. Let me bend my head. Some people who brought up in the families through by seeing the parents and all that, only those children only will bow down and do sashtanga namaskara or all the things. If that culture is not there, even that is taught in the childhood, but when he starts going to the convents and all that, and by the time, what you will call, public schools now everywhere, there no great. Those days only one public school. Now everything is a public school. International public school, this public school, that's what? From KG onwards, he will put the coat, that's it. And by 8th standard, he will hold the laptop. Those children, they never learned to do even namaskara to a teacher in the school, no? Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Miss. Except one or two schools like Amrita or Chinmaya. Otherwise, in other schools, talking like that and talking, it's outdated. They look like you are a specific animal. Automatically, the hand should come like this, no? At least once in a while. With great difficulty on the birthday, he will bow down to the parents once in a year. That too, not in all houses. In most of the houses, bring the cake and light the lamps, candles, and do hoof, 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 all dark. Life is dark. Then cut the cake and put in the mummy's mouth and the father's mouth. Great child. And evening, call all the children and do that. All the children, they will come and do all kinds of fun, this, that, and everything is balloons, stars, and English songs, music, dance otherwise. Anybody singing one Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhana Sampadaha Shetru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. My dear, light the lamp. Why you are put off the lamp? What a culture is that? Why we are crazy? In every Brahmin house also, every Iyengar house also, now birthday is celebrated like that. Morning we went to the temple. Morning he did the namaskara, he had the chandanam but everything. He did the namaskar also because that family is something different than the normal. But what next later? We can tell so many examples like this. Stabdah, they never ready to bow down. It's a very headstrong. Even any elder in our families, when we meet, we have to, only in some families, North India, this tradition is there. Stabdaha. And why all this? Because of dhana, mana, mada, anvidaha. See, these words are already used by Bhagavan before. Dhanam, richness, prosperity. The so-called civilized way of living and all that. Dhana, mana, mada. You know the meanings of all that. The ego, and because of that, the proudness, and I am rich. Most of the car accidents are happening with the youngsters here and there in Delhi, here. A sophisticated, super fast car, and he goes in a very high speed because I have such a car. My friends has to see, my girlfriends has to see, and my motorbike should have 2 silencers and make a lot of noise. You know why they keep 2 silencers? Wantedly they want to, and they do some adjustment that will make a one. Sometimes here I used to listen. Immediately the watchman should stop and do that. How can night 10 o'clock he can go in such a speed and by wantedly raising? Because everybody should know I am such a great hero going here. Is it not a Asuri guna? That is the education taught to you. That is how the youngsters are all that. If they make noise everywhere, now here also night 9, 10 o'clock Christmas holidays, even that 9th, 10th children, I don't know inside here because from outside people will come inside here. Maybe here I don't know how they be. In some other flat people also walk inside at the roads of our flat. Night 10 o'clock, shouting, laughing loudly. You can walk, you can talk, but you have no right to disturb others in odd time. If that sense also is not there in the child, what the parents are taught, now then we can understand their family history by seeing this. Or in the school what they are learning. You cannot simply say they are children, already enjoying. There is no any limit for it. That is called freedom. Uncivilized, indecent. Okay, because unless I say generally like this, I told in the last class some time back, in train and flights also, people, how much they disturb others. Elders are there, children are there, sick people are there, some are reading something, some are sleeping, tired. They won't care. They think that we are only people here. That is only meaning. Konyosi sadrusho maya. Not only with the small children. Sometimes you also may have the experience here. So in some families, some guest people will come, relatives. They talk so loudly at night 10 o'clock to send off them. Why you have to talk so much? You don't feel that others are maybe sleeping or not? Once in a while, in holidays, in our flats, all the time happen. If, as you talk like that, if every flat in everybody's relatives comes and talks, it is how it will be? One family, you people are talking. Because common things to say is better, then only you will understand Bhagavad Gita. Now this automatic lock, some cars are having very big sound. Those days small sounds are, I don't know, some are having, used to listen. Even that closing and opening the door, it gives a big horn. It is offense actually. It's police case. And he will put the reverse music. Now, those days it came, it is banned now actually. In many Delhi's like big cities, no reverse music and all that. Because that same reverse music, which is very harsh, that he night 10, 11, he may gone somewhere, he comes and put the car back and it will keep on make the noise. This is how we have to adjust and live with this Asuri, among the bad people. But anyhow, wise people, see, there is again a third category is there, who never comes under any of these two categories. Wise is different. So if you are wise, you can survive from this so-called good people and bad people. Day to day, everyone knows, everybody knows. In flats, they should not keep the dogs actually. That is one kind of rule is there. But in this person also it is there, but not followed by. Not followed by. I don't know about this flat. In our flats they were there. No. When it is a common movement coming and going and all that, your dog may be good for you. All these are all Asuri. Please remember. Now if you keep on seeing like that. Okay, let us continue. Dhana man abhiman madanvitaha. Then yajante nama yajnehi. Yajnehi they will do, but just for the sake of namesake. Now for this, I will tell you one or two examples. Many occasions, functions. Now people are not having the patience. If actually systematically, ritualistically, if the Pandit wants to perform also, these people are not ready. No need of that much elaborated. So, okay, some you can do. Instead of Ashtottara, you can do 11 namas also. Instead of the Shodashopachara Puja, Ashtopachara Puja. Instead of 64 Upachara Puja, you can reduce that. But when it comes marriage, Upanayanam, some other kind of important ceremony, they won't have patience, they won't allow, and the person who came to perform that, he knows very well these people are not interested or anything. He came for money's sake. Though he also, if at all, if any sincere Brahmana comes and in the marriage time like that, we'll do like this. I will explain everything to this young couple who is ready to listen. All are with their own clothes and the food and Bartanis and video, reception. Even when Agnihotram is burning, nobody will give respect to it. Only that Vadyar Kantasosha, he will keep on do mantras and put it. All are indifferent. Avidhi Puravakam. And that only just for the namesake. Staying in somewhere in some abroad somewhere like that. Now already 30-35 years. That boy has to get married, but for marriage sake he will come India, Indian boy, because taking all of them their expense. Somehow he get the leave and come. And so far the thread ceremony has not conducted. So now 35. He came just today. Today they will do thread ceremony and tomorrow marriage. Then in marriage time, he has to do many times putting this, that, something. He cannot understand everything. The Brahmana has to be nearby and teach and everything. And then he forgotten the Tamil also properly, because there only, and in one place Brahmana says that now you have to do the pranayamam, just hold the nose. This fellow hold the nose of the Pandit. Okay? He should hold the nose. Okay, Pandit asking me to hold his nose. He holds his nose. That is the situation. Okay, anyhow, it's not exaggerated or fun. Things goes like that. That is Nama Yajnaihi. Now I will tell you one more example. We forget about that foreign boy in our home, or we go to temple. We only booked the ticket there, puja. There also the Brahmana sits and he is doing for our sake. So somehow he will give in the hand something, sankalpa, you ask him to give like that, everything. But our mind is not there at all. Anyhow, we paid the money, he will do thing. They never respect that Agnihotra also, whatever is doing. And first of all, we won't keep quiet. The person who is performing, he will talk, he will ask whatever he wants. What is your job? First of all, your mind is required for that. So in this way, wherever we go, in our temples, in big, now Vaikuntha Ekadasi coming now, people will go all the way. Then they will fight there. It is so rush and arrangements are not good, this, that, and who asked to go? No, I have to go and tell that I am there in Srirangam on Vaikuntha Ekadasi. Yeah, I also went. Many years I used to go. But I go like a sannyasi. Small bag, that's it. Be on the road, sit on the road, there. Bhagavan's name, except no, be maunam. Watch the drama going on. Then once if the queue started going and little inside, you see the people mad, how they run and jump and climb on the other's head and all that. What is all this? Avidhi Purvakam Nama Yajnaihi. And finally there they shout, they fight, they cheat, they loot. Some are coming inside to for pickpocket. Then what do you want? Lord, you want. Then stop complaining. Okay, the Srirangam has got a great Purana Sthalam, Mahatmyam. You go, but don't see any of these things. Don't expect anything. You think of him only. You undergo some struggle. If you are fasting, then it is a still struggle. But are you done? Everything is peacefully, and again your mind is purified, and after some time you avoid. Why to go to the crowd and fight and do all that and disturb yourself? So in this way we can quote so many examples from day to day, from family to group and function or temples. Why how many may crowd come? Why they were not able to control? Why they have to keep so much security, so much system? After that also, we don't know when stampede will happen, when who will get injured. We don't know. Because in the people's mind, this is not only we are talking about the uneducated village people. Everybody is same only. Okay. Now, to conclude this shloka, let me tell you why to talk about only the uneducated and the normal people crowd. In the worship, there should not be any VIP treatment, according to me. But some prime minister going that time there, leave it. Generally, a recommendation and buying the high ticket and cutting the queues and going, I totally hate it. Even when with Swamiji will going, some of these people will do some arrangements. Not required. If crowd is there, from distance we will do namaskar and come back. So we want to get the permission and through some police and this and that. That is not devotion at all. You never enter in with such thing. If not possible, leave it. You are there in that sthalam, that's it. You are in that punya kshetram. Or go through tapas. Stand in 8 hours queue without any complaint. Take it as a tapas or keep quiet. Don't go. But everywhere we will see that, we'll see whether we can go. Even Swamiji doesn't want. But these people who are around, they will want to do something and show that Swamiji, see, we have finished I got the permission. Why you try for that, first of all? Because of that only, no, they kept 1,000 rupees ticket. But people more crowd in that. Because we are rich. Dhanamanvitaha. Everything is cheating only. So let us better to keep away such kind of things if comes. Maximum I am trying to avoid such kind of things gradually. Avoided. And in this way, avidhipurvakam dambhena. Next, 18th shloka. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samshritaha mamatma paradehesho pradvishantobhyasuyakaha. If you see in this shloka, Bhagavan just bringing all those words which he has used in the previous 4 shlokas. Why again he is bringing every word? Ahankaram used, balam is used, darpam used, kamam, krodham. Who are taken shelter of these things? Reminding Bhagavan again. You understanding what I am talking, Arjuna? I will once again put a headings. Ahankar, balam, darpam. All these words are there used. Okay. And in this way, now the second line is important. Because of all this, they hold on to these traits. This is their character. They feel great and good by holding on to them. But one word alone I will tell, because Shankara writes here very beautifully, ahankara meaning. Ahankara meaning. I will read for my sake. Aham karanam, doing everything with that I am doing. Ahankaraha vidyamanaihi, that is considered as the ahankara. Vidyamanaihi avidyamanaihi. Whatever I know, whatever I don't know, what I am supposed to do, not to do, but everything I am doing. This kind of gunaihi atmani, and his adhyaropitaihi visishtam, Atmanam aham. In this way, he superimposes on him, which is not at all true, adhyaropitaihi. Then consider that Visishtam Atmanam aham. In that way, I am superior. With that, aham iti manyate, who thinks in this way, saha ahankaraha. Why all these things happened? Avidyakhyaha kashtatamaha. Because of the ignorance, all this problem. This kashtatamaha, this kind of sarvadoshanam moolam, ajnanam. Avidya is the karana for all this problem. Sarva anardha pravrittinam cha. Then because of that ignorance and this behavior, everything is anardham only. Whatever he do, whatever he think, whatever he thought, the whole life is misleaded, misguided by himself. So very beautiful meaning. Then second line is important. With that we'll conclude. What he is doing mistake? 3 mistakes he is doing here. Because of this, first of all, they hate me. Bhagavan telling, Ishvara telling, Pradvishanti, they hate me. Why? They came to you and they started scolding at you. You are not visible at all. No, not like that. I am not visible, but they keep my idol in the temple and they avahanam, they invite me there, prana pratishtha and all that. In my name only, they are keeping the temple. But what they are doing? Cheating. Is it not that they are hating me? Or they never listen what I am saying? They never care for it. That's why every temple, every place, they have got their own rules and they will make hell there. Hell or mess. Feeling that Lord in our heart and Narayana, how happy, how blissful, why all that? And another tragedy, who is in the Brahmana form, Kula Brahmana, in the temple craving for the money, Are he really suffering for food or thing? No. Even after having gold rings, gold chain, gold finger rings, but still his attention is only on the money. But I cannot punish him directly. One day I can come and from that vigraha and give one on his head, no? I can't do that. Therefore, poor God complaining that they were hating me, they were insulting me. In my name, they are cheating the whole world. Pradvishanti. And who are they? Abhyasuyakaha. That means asuya, hated feeling, enviness. All the time finding the faults in the others. These jealousy people will start finding the faults in others. I am jealous about another person. Naturally, what is my tendency? I will try to find out the loopholes in him. And I will try to tell that to the others. And they are personally, they are hating me. How they are hating? I told you differently in the temple, all that, but Lord says still something higher. Mom, they are hating me. Mom, me. Who is I am? Who is staying in everybody's heart? ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशे अर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. We heard in the previous chapters. Mam Atma Paradeheshu. They were not recognizing me in their heart. Outside they are keeping me and doing whatever nonsense they want to do. And naturally, how they can see me in the other's heart? Paradeheshu also not able to feel it. If that divinity feeling is not there, Lord is staying in everybody's heart. If they know it, they will behave like this. Therefore, Mam Atma Paradeheshu, you know how they are hating me? By not recognizing me as their own self and not recognizing me as the self in everybody. In this way, they don't like me. They are hating me. What is the crux of this word? The Atma, whatever you say that I am is the Paramatma only. But ahankara vimudhatma kartaha iti manyate. This is what the lot of these bad people. Now you know who are all the bad people? I listed out a lot. Then now if you open the door and go out, you will start seeing so many these examples. Don't get frustrated. You start see inside the same divine Chaitanya only because of ignorance. So keep away. Don't involve. Don't try to change them. As when they come and they decide to change, the change will happen. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.